All right, let's talk a little bit more about inspiration, motivation, firing up your child, right? You got these kids, super bright, a lot of raw talent, got the whole life ahead of them, not very motivated. Oh, so frustrated. They get all sucked up on a bunch of screens and stuff. Then you end up parenting them with the boot. You keep pushing them, come on. That's not very much fun, right? So imagine if you could turn it around and your child's super motivated. You got to pull them back on the reins and say, oh, hold on. This kid's so motivated, we can't keep up, right? Fortunately, we got a little bit of that going on with our 2 kids, raising them. So good. So like I've said before, experience sometimes leads to inspiration, which leads to motivation. Experiences, various experiences. I'm gonna talk about it. Sometimes, not all the time, sometimes leads to inspiration. Now you got an inspired kid, now you got a highly motivated child. Woo! It's fun parenting. This is really cool. So what might those experiences be? You got to get off the couch, right? You have to be aware. You have to look at your child. You have to look at the things around you and say, let me expose my child to this. Let me expose my child to that, right? So we'd go camping, go up to Big Bear, do a lot of biking, go down the 9-mile loop. Our little daughter would scream all the way down, faster. She had no idea what it meant to crash, right? So anyway, they had some biking, but my son really got into it, and he was highly motivated. I wouldn't have done a tenth of what he did, but he was on fire. National title on the track, all this stuff. I'm bragging a little bit, it's way cool. There was a time when my son read this book, The Other Side of the Mountain, I think it's called, and 10-year-old boys read it, and it's about this kid who got this falcon, and he trained the falcon and on some side of a mountain or something. And so after they do that, then they all want to have a falcon. So we went up to the field meet. It's called a field meet up in Bakersfield. My son and my nephew Jonathan, and we looked at all these birds and how do you be a falconer? And towards the end of it, I was asking this guy, how much time does it take to do all this? And the guy said, if you're asking, this is not the thing for you. So it would have been my bird. I don't want a bird. So there's some things you try out and you go, no, that's not going to work. Not really my thing. And the kids as well too. Our daughter, she went to BIOLA Youth Theater, local youth theater, and she got hooked on musical theater. So we went to a lot of plays. Of course, my kids get all enthralled with stuff that I don't really know anything about. So I'm kind of the odd man out a little bit. But anyway, motivated her, highly motivated her. We just had some really, really good times as a family in the musical theater world and in the biking world as well too. So you look at your child. What are they like? What do they have? Are they building Legos all the time? Are they going to be an engineer? Or are they more physically motivated? They won't find out in their room, and they won't figure it out on their own. It's you as a parent saying, let's try this out. Let's look at this and see how your child responds to it and how they react to it. And making sure that you're kind of their first audience. Like if you get the soccer ball, you play with the soccer ball with them and cheer them on and let them know, hey, you're really good at this. I like this, right? So parenting is a whole lot more fun when you're pulling back on the reins, like I say, and not having to keep pushing them, right? Is your child inspired? Check out some new experiences. Look around, find the things to do that kids do, and there's plenty of them. There's a lot. Take some research on your part. It'll be well worth it. Experience sometimes leads to inspiration, which leads to motivation. We want to have highly motivated children. Coolest thing ever.